Today, I am taking you around the entire perimeter of Interstate 285 in Atlanta. Please get your popcorn and peaches ready. Please enjoy the 62-mile trip around the state's capital. Currently right now, I am on Interstate 85 getting off on to Interstate 285. Currently right now, we are starting. I'm gonna make this trip counterclockwise around the city. I would start from exit 1 going clockwise around, but I kind of want to make this a countdown. So we're starting from the highest exit, which is 62 Old National Highway. As you see, we're going under it right now. As we're going toward the east, as you see that Interstate 85 has veered off toward the north. As we're entering Clayton County, we're currently going underneath the tunnel of the southern ramp of the world's busiest airport as of 2023, Hartsfield-Jackson International. As you see above me right there, that tunnel is actually a runway, the southernmost runway of Hartsfield-Jackson. Currently right now, we're crossing Interstate 75, the exit here if you want to go down to Miami, Macon, Tampa, and connections to Savannah. Now, this is something I want all y'all to learn about interstates in the United States. The odd number interstates go up and down, north and south. Okay, so for instance, Interstate 75, Interstate 85, Interstate 95, Interstate 49, Interstate 5, Interstate 15. These are all odd number interstates. That's therefore they go up and down, north and south. Notice the even number interstates go east and west, like Interstate 10, Interstate 20, Interstate 40. These are even numbers, so they go east and west. Notice that's 2 digits. If you ever see a 3-digit interstate like 285, that's 3 digits. Those are actually very short interstates that stay within a city. They're actually spin-offs of main interstates. For instance, 285 is actually a spin-off of 85. If you live in Pensacola or Biloxi or Baton Rouge, notice you have 110. That's a spinoff of Interstate 10. 3-digit interstates, if it begins with an even number, that means it goes around a city. But if it begins with an odd number, it goes into a city. Now we will soon be intersecting another interstate, which is 675. You can also take Interstate 675 to connect down to 75 toward Macon and Savannah. 675 is the only interstate of Atlanta that does not have a concrete wall in the middle of the median. It has grass, like most of the rural interstates. I say that this is the best interstate to start off on if you want to practice driving, because Interstate 675 has no serious traffic like 285. I also have a video driving down Interstate 675. Please look at that one on the other part of my YouTube. 675, of course, as another 3-digit interstate. And what is a spinoff of? Is a spinoff of 75. 675 is an even number, so it goes around the suburbs of Clayton County. We're coming up on Interstate 20. Go ahead and take this exit if you want to go down to Augusta. In many other cities such as Columbia, South Carolina, I believe they call this area the East Side or the Eastern Wall of Atlanta.
I want to say that sadly, you will not be going through downtown today because we're going in a circle around the outer edge of the city. We're not going into the city today, but I just want to tell you that downtown Atlanta has some of the most beautiful skyscrapers I've ever seen. It's not like normal other cities where every skyscraper is like a box or a cube. But in Atlanta, their skyscrapers are so many different bizarre shapes. I just love the way the architecture is designed out here. Still, like always, I do have a video showing that.
So now, as you see that, we've officially entered the famous Atlanta traffic that everybody talks about. So right now, I'm gonna see if I can maybe speed up the video, maybe 12 times normal speed. And because I know if you're coming home, and I know you don't really want to see any more Atlanta traffic, especially if you drove through it today. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of like pause the video when the traffic is at a standstill, because you know there's no point of filming this if I'm not moving. So if you see a car or something just disappear and appear later on, I just want to say that that's because I'm pausing it. So this is 12 times normal speed. So just imagine if you was actually in this traffic real time.
Okay, we are coming up on exit 41, which is Memorial Drive, which is Highway 10, Georgia Highway 10. As you see on the left side of the screen, there is the DeKalb County Jail. Yes, this is a very, very long road, Memorial Drive. It goes all the way to downtown, all the way to Stone Mountain. Yes, please take this exit if you want to go there. Stone Mountain is an amazing rock. It's just a rock, honestly. It's not really a mountain. Well, technically it is a mountain, but it's a rock that just sticks up from underneath the earth, about 10% of it. And it has a lot of historical importance behind it. And if you just put it in perspective, Stone Mountain and Arabia Mountain, which is another mountain about maybe 10 miles away from it, it's the same exact rock. It's just poking up, you know, on the surface of the earth in different places. Okay, we're coming up on Clarkston now. This is exit 40. This is Church Street / Ponce de Leon Avenue. And Ponce de Leon is a very long road as well. It goes all the way to downtown. Okay, now we have made it to the intersection of Highway 78. You can take this all the way to Athens if you want, and Monroe, which is, you know, Athens is like a college city of Georgia, the University of Georgia, I believe. Okay, we're down to exit 37, which is Highway 236, Georgia Highway 236. We have entered Tucker, I believe.
I am currently going to drive the exact speed limit if I can, because I want to show you exactly how it is actually driving in Atlanta. I'm not trying to rush. Everybody else on the highway is probably in a rush, but I have all day to make this video and I have no reason to rush.
The most mysterious thing of these interstates that go in a complete circle, just notice, we was just on Interstate 285 eastbound. Now we're on Interstate 285 northbound, and it's going to turn into Interstate 285 west, then 285 south. It is very confusing because if you're telling someone where you are and you say, I'm on Interstate 285 northbound, on the other side of the city, the same road will be southbound. It's very confusing. So what I like to do is I like to say, I'm on Interstate 285 counterclockwise or Interstate 285 clockwise. It makes perfect sense because you're on literally a ring.
We're coming up on Interstate 85 again. Exit here if you want to go north toward connections to Greenville, Charlotte, North Carolina, Winston-Salem, Greensboro, North Carolina, Raleigh, Durham. You can also take this road to go up to DC. So the thing is that you see these bridges above me? They call this Spaghetti Junction because the bridges form spaghetti on the map. And the cars like meatballs is a very amazing thing. I love the way architecture is designed in these big cities, how the bridges just cross and overlap each other. Such an amazing thing. We are halfway around the perimeter, and currently right now we're coming up on Dunwoody / Sandy Springs. There are two cities right next to each other on the outer skirts of Atlanta. They also have beautiful buildings. Sadly, we did not go through downtown today, but Sandy Springs and Dunwoody have beautiful buildings. We're exactly on the north part of the perimeter. We're fixing to cross famous Georgia 400. I have another video to describe that as well. But in other words, as you see on the corner of my screen right there, we are passing by the King and Queen buildings. You can't really see them right now because my camera is focused right in front of me. The buildings are actually on the side of me, but I can show you a picture of them right there. There are two beautiful buildings that actually symbolizes the chess pieces of the king and the Queen. One of them has the round top, one of them has the square top. They're so beautiful. They're actually the tallest buildings on the outside of Atlanta. That's not in the actual city limits of Atlanta. They're beautiful architecture.
Okay, we're crossing the Chattahoochee River and we have entered Cobb County.
We're coming up on Interstate 75 again. Exit here if you want to go north to Chattanooga or any of the northern mountains of Georgia.
Okay, we're in beautiful Smyrna. For the longest I thought this was Marietta, but Marietta is a little bit more north of here. Cobb County is a nice county in Georgia. Here in Cobb County, they have the famous Kennesaw Mountain. A lot of people that I talk to say that Kennesaw Mountain is not a real mountain because it's so small. But you know, this is Georgia. We have very little mountains on this side of the state. So, of course, the biggest hill is going to be considered a mountain. Atlanta actually covers 5 counties. It covers Cobb, Fulton, DeKalb, Gwinnett, and Clayton. We are crossing the Chattahoochee River again, and we're going back into Fulton County. Fulton County is the longest, well, not the longest, but the most populated county in Georgia. The reason for its weird geographic shape is the fact that it used to be 3 counties way back in like the 1910s, I believe. But during the Great Depression, the economy collapsed and they had to merge it into one because it used to be Milton, Fulton, and Campbell. Just notice how in the north there is Old Milton Parkway, and notice in the south you have Campbellton Road, because that used to be Milton County and Campbell County.
We're coming up on Interstate 20. Please exit here if you want to go toward Birmingham, Alabama. It will also take you through Shreveport, Louisiana, Jackson, Mississippi, and down to Fort Worth. Or exit toward the east if you want to go into the city of Atlanta.
We're coming up on Georgia 166. Exit here for Greenbrier Mall. And also, just like I mentioned earlier, Campbellton Road. This is the city of East Point, which is on the west side. So now we're at exit 2, which is Camp Creek Parkway. By the way, they just remodeled this bridge. This looks so beautiful. Okay, we're officially at the last exit, which is Washington Road, exit 1. Next will be a sharp curve, which is the bridge that we just came from when we merged on the interstate at the beginning of this video. And our trip stops here. Officially 62 miles around the city of Atlanta. It took me an hour and a half to go around the entire thing. But without the traffic, it would have probably took an exact hour. As you see, Old National is above me. Do you remember that bridge, Old National? Interstate 285 is a perfect definition of a clock that goes around in one circle, because technically it will take 60 minutes to go around the entire thing, counter or clockwise. Thank you so much for looking at Papionic Lanes. Come with me in my other videos where I'll take you from Gastonia all the way to Charlotte, North Carolina, also across the world's longest bridge that crosses complete water. Y'all stay safe out there. Don't drink and drive. Don't text and drive. And always follow the law.